So, the basics of self-improvement, this is something I'm trying to start myself. I'm going to. I've been on a few days of living a more productive routine. It's a good starting point, but, it doesn't make me a whole lot better than the average person. And you may be wondering, why should you listen to someone like me on the topic of self-improvement? And, well, it's because I'm like your average self-improvement person. I'm in literally the same spot as you. And maybe it could be more motivation or just the calling you need to lock in and change your life. YouTube is where people make most of their money. Most money nowadays. Like all the online entrepreneurs you see are making so much money off of YouTube. Yeah, some of them are scammers, but they profit so much. And I am gonna, try to do some freelancing, copywriting off the side is the goal. I'm not gonna tell you all my goals because you don't tell people your goals, as Albert Einstein said. I suppose this channel is just gonna be focused on the topics of, anything to do with self-improvement, fitness, money. Eventually, I probably will give tips on talking to women, but I'm going to be honest, I struggle myself. I'm 17 years old, so I'm still trying to figure that out myself. Living your life more productively, health and wellness, nutritional advice, and all I know is with self-improvement is the starting point is getting to the gym, start working out. And then once I'd say you're like a month in with working out and all that, that's when you want to start to make some changes, because working out is hard at first, but when it gets to the point, which it will, where it's just fun and easy to do, it's not discipline because you look forward to doing it. Like, here, hold up. Here's journal in all its glory. Basically, I'd say do two things. I'm going to read it off to you a little bit. My plan is to start making passive income. Just for the topics, I said I'm not going to go into the details. Freelancing, YouTube, affiliate marketing, investing, and eventually get like a job just to get experience and all that, to understand how money works a bit better, probably improve my conversational skills. I'm a wrestler, so it's not like I have time to really get into a job. But I figured freelancing would be a good starting point because it's a pretty good side hustle, copywriter. I can write I'm supposedly a good writer. Told by those around me it's a skill that's not very hard for me. I don't mean that as flex, but find something that you already are good at if you can, because it already gives you a head start instead of having to learn the skill and then put it into practice to make money. And have a productive routine. If you can, find friends who are interested in this self-improvement, improving their lives. You may have to go a while to where it's like you don't have a lot of friends, or maybe none, because so many people are just degenerates and they have no interest in self-improvement whatsoever. It is a sad reality, but it's the truth, And it's better to be alone than to become like those people, because eventually they're probably just going to talk you out of it. But if you have friends or support can help you out, you will progress much farther. No martial artist, boxer has ever done anything without a coach, They look really good, and they are. But they would not have gotten to that level without a coach. Even with, you may think you don't have a coach, but think about your parents. You wouldn't know, you have to learn the world inside out without them. Like, they literally give you the foundation to what this world is about. and how to make money to a certain extent. Like, yeah, get a job and all that, and how stuff works. A job's great, but I mean, if you don't want to work your entire life, which I do want to get some experience. I haven't worked yet. I will say that. But I know that I'm not going to want to work and sit in a cubicle for my entire existence. That's just, I couldn't do it, man. Like, that would be a horrible existence, just to look forward to the weekends. And I hear so many times people say they stop working out because they just don't have the time for it. I couldn't do that to myself. I couldn't just make sacrifices on eating and living better and hitting the gym, because it would literally take years off your life, and I'd be miserable taking those things away, let alone having to work that job all the time. And essentially you just become a slave. And hearing me talk, you probably can hear some, if you know them, Hamza, Andrew Tate. Like, they're human beings. I mean, Hamza, he's supposedly a scammer. Andrew Tate, well, a lot of controversy surrounding him. With these guys, I just know one thing is, don't worship any of these guys. Don't make them their idols. God is the one you're supposed to worship. And even if you aren't a believer, which I respect that, why would you put, worship these guys? Like, they have great qualities, take bits and pieces, but they're also humans and they're fallible. Not everything they say is gospel, not everything they say is right. They just have a lot of things that they do say that you do want to implement into your life. But like I said, bits and pieces, man. At the end of the day, you can adjust your routine, whatever business or anything for that matter, to your liking and live your life the way you want while living productively. So take bits and pieces of that. I figure, I'll start making fitness content and stuff on here now that I don't have a lot of wrestling stuff and I have time for my own lifts. Probably share some nutritional advice. Yeah, it's just be mostly an uncut video. It'll test your attention span a little bit, I suppose. But yeah, I figure I'll make a lot of that type of content. Probably edit some footage, but I'm not going to get too crazy on the editing. And yeah, it's just kind of a rant. And maybe I'll share, a whole morning routine, everything. Once I get consistent with it and I figure the ins and outs of it, maybe, my progress on freelancing, all that stuff. But until then, yeah, I'm not going to record a lot of that stuff until I feel I'm consistent enough, but I figure might as well give you guys tips and stuff, and life experience, advice, because everyone has something they can teach you, no matter who it is, even if there's someone like me. Like, I'm no, self-improvement YouTuber, no full-on one, like those top entrepreneur YouTubers. Like, I'm not by any means, but I do have valuable insight on some things, and you can take it or leave it, it's all up to you. But if you want to just see someone going on the journey that you could do yourself, I suppose you could chime in. So live life to the fullest and work your butt off.